Are you bullish or bearish on Bitcoin? That's what I asked you guys over on Twitter. We got roughly 33 votes right here, and the slight majority is still bullish on Bitcoin. And that's also why I'm going to be slightly more bearish for the coming 2 weeks. Why? Because I don't think Bitcoin has seen the low quite yet. I still think we have to go lower slightly in order to set that new low, and this actually confirms what I'm saying, because most of the time, maybe, I don't know if you guys remember that, but most of the time when we are doing polls, when there is a clear direction in the poll, for example bullish, it's often the other way around. Same when if it would be bearish. If the majority would be bearish right here, I would personally be slightly more bullish, okay? This is just how market behavior works, how the market sentiment works. When the majority is bullish, price has a better likelihood to go down. And when the majority is bearish, the price has a higher likelihood to go up. That's just basically how it works. So, looking at Bitcoin in this channel, we haven't touched the bottom of the channel. We got a small bounce yesterday. We also were talking about that in the video, right? Because we had seen a breakout right here on the 4-hour time frame from this falling wedge formation in the relative strength index. So we did got a rally, but it looks like right now we kind of topped with that rally, and maybe we are heading lower. Some other things to consider: the low, the 60-day cycle low is coming closer. S&P 500 is also still not confirmed. We don't have a confirmed low on the S&P 500. Basically, we do have a gap above us, so it could mean that we do see some relief in the S&P 500. However, that is definitely not necessary. If we go to the daily time frame, and I bring out a 200-day moving average. Let me change this moving average right here. Then this is also a crucial point where the S&P 500 is trading on right now, because we did touch that level, the 200-day moving average, which has been acting as resistance in the past, right? I think it's very important for the S&P 500 to hold above this level. If we break above this level, guys, the 200-day moving average, which is aligning perfectly with that form of resistance right here, which should act as support as well, then we could see a massive panic move. And I'm not joking, because if we look at previous times when we lost the 200-day moving average, for example right here, that was March 2020, we had a massive drop right here when we lost the 200-day. We had also quite a massive drop short term, and eventually we even had a further drop in the midterm, right? So the 200-day moving average right here has been acting as support. It's just very important. Right here we break below it, massive drop. Break below, massive drop. Break below, still a massive drop. This is a V-shaped recovery, but it's still a massive drop. Break below, massive drop. Break below, massive drop. So you get my point right here, guys. So if we do get a close below the 200-day moving average, I would be very careful short term with crypto as well, because I think that will definitely spark a lot of panic in the markets. You want to be ahead of that. So definitely make sure to watch the 200-day, which right now is at 3,940 roughly, okay? But it doesn't like it, as it looks like that we right now we do get a reaction from this move. That is very normal, because of course, even though if the S&P 500 would be bearish, we would get a first reaction on the 200-day moving average, because it is a important level, okay? If we have a look at Bitcoin and some other charts, we have the low coming in, like I just said. We have a look at the stablecoin dominance. It looks like we are not quite done yet with this bounce. So yeah, I would say the safest way to do right now, as you guys know right here on the channel, we including time into our analysis, is to wait for a good opportunity, right? And right now we are actually in the middle of a move. We are probably in the middle of a correction. We don't know how low that is going to go, but we will know based on time when the buying season starts again, right? We will know based on time when the price can go up again. So I'm going to wait for that moment. This is also the way that I'm approaching the markets right now. I am approaching the markets based on a time perspective. I don't approach them anymore based on a level perspective. I do look at the structures. I do look at derivatives exchange data, which I think is very important to get the exact price location, right? So when you have time is like a rough estimate, right? You know something is going to happen in a week, you know something is going to happen in a certain day, but if you use whaleportal, you can actually on those days itself spot the perfect opportunity. So this is, I think, where most traders will become very, very successful in the future, is if you combine time based with derivatives exchange data for cryptocurrency trading. If you combine that into one package, that is so massive that you could actually catch exact tops and exact bottoms with this. But yeah, it is. I also know it's not easy. So yeah, it does take a lot of time to understand everything and to get into these time cycles. You have to invest a lot of time, but once you do understand it, it will definitely help you with your trading. Since we have been using time into analysis, we actually every time we have used time into analysis, we have been quite profitable, and we have been mostly outperforming the rest of the markets, right? We have a lot of times where we could predict certain drops in the Bitcoin price based on time, but also this rally right here was basically solely based on price structure and time that we could know, and derivatives exchange data also, not to mention, because we can talk about that mindset right here. What we have seen right here is that Bitcoin had a 60-day cycle low while the price was going up with positive funding. We had bullish divergences on a lot of different time frames, also on macro time frames like the weekly chart, for example. That was a perfect mix for a high likelihood of a upwards move. Right, that's also what we shared on Whale Alerts. Every single one on Whale Alerts got a message, a notification with an extra video published over there where I'm stating that, okay, during this time, during this position, during this period, we only going to look for long positions. We're not going to look for short positions. We're only going to look for long positions. And as we've been talking right here we could say that Bitcoin topped, right? We could see that very accurate with the premium index and based on time, but here as well, premium index marked the exact top and Bitcoin is going down. We actually mark the top exactly on the minute. And it's not easy to spot these tops because you do have to watch the premium index. If you want to get alerts on this metric, you have to join Whale Alerts, because we are having an automated program running in this Telegram group of Whale Alerts, which automatically shares a signal once the premium index hit a extreme high or extreme low. But you also got to watch the chart, because you always have to see it in comparison with the price, right? Not every high premium index reading will cause a reversal, but you want to be alerted once that happens. And that's also why it makes so much sense, for example, to join Whale Alerts or to have certain alerts, because otherwise people would be glued to the screen 24 hours, which is just shitty for your health and it's just not nice. Right, I try to do it not that much myself. I try to be a lot of times outside, but I have all my scenarios in play. So I know exactly, like, okay, I'm following the price. I have my scenario in play. I think it's going to do this, and this, and that. Based on time, I think it's going to do this and that. If I see that is unfolding, and then I'm seeing the right moment to enter, and I can back that up with derivatives exchange data from whaleportal.com, then I'm going to enter a trade with a 80 of 90% probability of winning. And that is what almost no other trader can do. Most people look like, okay, we have a triangle formation, we see a breakout to the upside, breakout to the downside, and we just trade it. You can do that, of course, but the lower the probability, the closer your trading strategy or game becomes to gambling. Right? If you play roulette in the casino, what do you got? Like 49% chances of succeeding? I would say, like I said in my previous video when we were walking in a beautiful forest, only trade when the market conditions are in the advantage of the trader, which is you. Don't wake up every single morning and thinking about, I need to be in a trade. No, you don't. You don't need to be every single time in a trade. You got to deal with that fear of missing out emotions, that you don't have to have gains, sick gains every single day. Actually, if you think about it, if you really think about it, you just need like a couple of profitable trades per year and you already have a yearly salary. But yeah, like you said, also with on WhaleAlerts, we have been sharing a lot of altcoins. That altcoins more than doubled. We also said the exact moment when to take profits. Some altcoins even did a 3 or 4x, which was crazy. But that's really how you can, in a certain season, you can really make a lot of money. That doesn't mean that you have to make that amount of money every single month, right? Because that season is not every single month. You cannot harvest oranges the whole year through. No, there is a moment where you have to plant the seed. There's a moment where it needs to grow. There's a moment where you need to harvest. This is exactly how trading works. If you want to harvest every single day, you're going to lose. And I'm talking from experience because I'm trading already since 2016, roughly. And of course, in the past, I made a shitload of mistakes. And I have the feeling, even right now, since 2016, I'm trading. That's around 6 to 7 years, right? I'm very active trading. I'm full-time in crypto. Since 2016, I'm only busy in my life with crypto. And to this day, I'm still learning every single day new stuff. It's actually crazy. But a lot of things that I've learned, and maybe it's also a personal thing, is that time is very important. Why is time important? Because you can determine the certain seasons. And you can put things into perspective. If you know that there is a time for selling, you won't make the mistake too long. You won't make the mistake to feel FOMO, to be in every single bounce. No, because you know this is the season when things are going to go down. I can be patient, right? When the season is for harvesting, you know that you can take profits or that you can long Bitcoin. But you know exactly when, and you're not like in yourself doubting the whole time. Oh, should I long? Should I short? I need to be in a trade. Blah, blah, blah. No. You can make some certain rules with yourself. Okay, we have certain things based on time. This is when we long. This is when we do nothing or take profits. This is where we short. Or maybe wait for new long opportunities depending on your situation and structure. Of course, not everybody needs to be 24/7 in a trade, and I would say it's not healthy to be always in a trade as well, because it will also take a toll on your emotional charge. And this is what I'm explaining as well in my cryptocurrency trading course, that your emotional charge is very important, because if your emotional battery is already low and you are sitting in a trade, how you're gonna deal with your emotional state? It will harm your daily life, right? It could harm your relationship, and so on. So you got to have that emotional battery as well up, which you do by not being in a trade 24/7, right? Because if you would do that all the time, your emotional battery is super low, then you are going to make mistakes, right? So you got to be strong, you got to have a strong mindset, you got to be emotionally strong. These are all things that are very important, I think. So guys, that was it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. It's slightly different. I'm sharing a little bit more my personal story with you and my mindset to trading. Nevertheless, I think it's very important. For the people that are interested in joining WhaleAlerts, I would highly recommend you do so. You can join for free just by joining Bybit with the affiliate link down below. Do take in mind, because a lot of people are texting me. A lot of people, they created a Bybit account, but they are not active traders, right? This is a group for active traders. So there is a deposit requirement, which is a deposit of $100 to enter. So when you registered an account and you submit your user ID, I can see whether a person has made the deposit or not. So yeah, if you didn't make the deposit, you're not planning to be an active trader, there's no use for you to be in whale alerts, right? Just to have some alerts, it doesn't make sense. It is only for active traders. A lot of people say, yeah, but I already have a Bybit account. Do you have something that we still can join next to having a Bybit account? Well, I would just suggest you just to create a new Bybit account. Create a new Bybit account. Take advantage of the new deposit bonus of up to $30,000 right? It's also nice to have a new Bybit account. You join the whale alerts with that new Bybit account. In the future, we're planning to do monthly subscriptions. We're working on that right now as well. We're working on a lot of things behind the scenes. A lot of updates will come, but right now we only offer this. Join whale alerts just by joining Bybit and have that deposit requirement of $100. That's all what we got right now. So if you want to join, do so. You can use the affiliate link down below. You can go to whaleportal.com. You can click on whale alerts right here. You can click on this image. There it will bring you to Bybit, and there you can create an account, deposit, and submit your user ID. Guys, I want to thank you very much for watching. I love you all very much. Be very careful when trading. And I hope to see every single one of you in the next video.